Well, after failing a nap, after a short walk playing Pokemon Go, and waiting for a friend of mine to give me a holla, I figure I might as well do another rambling, another what if. It seems to be like my forte at this point. Imagining the potential gameplay mechanics that could have been in a video game. And one game that I have played a bit of, which I don't really hate that much. A lot of people dislike it a bit, probably because like the huge departure from the past games. Hitman Absolution. Me personally, I didn't mind the story or the gameplay. Like it did feel a little bit more structured and linear compared to the past ones, no doubt. And like the limited I guess tools at your disposal was kind of a setback at all, but as well between not having the map, it's now just a mini map. Not having all of your signature tools like the syringe, the coin, the binoculars, bombs, etc., etc. Just not having any of that did feel a bit like a setback, and also losing the silver ballers for a little bit, albeit you get them back later on. It was kind of gimpy, so to speak. And given I did like the main mechanic, trying to get high scores to improve the statistics of Agent 47, whether it be like movement speed or health regen or the point shooting meter, they all felt pretty good. But the increases weren't really that noticeable. Like the only stats that really benefited the most from it was maybe like the movement speed increase, albeit by a small margin, and like the point, like the focus meter. I think that's what it was called. Instinct. Kind of sucks they got rid of the point shooting mechanic, though. I kind of enjoyed that. But what I want to talk about today, though, is similar to Max Payne and Max Payne's 3 multiplayer, incorporating some of those gameplay ideas into the single player for more customization. I kind of fucking wish there was some way to incorporate the contracts mode into single player. Just because in a way it's like it's both single player esque. So it's like why not? But on top of that, I just kind of feel like those upgrade systems for the gear was actually kind of cool. And who knows, like maybe it could be like a new game plus type of feature, like a new game mode that would have been like activate after you just experience the story and you decide to rerun for. Like maybe they could have done such a way. Maybe there could have been like side contracts when you're going throughout the course. So like there's an extra handler on the side that'll contact you and be like, "Hey, Agent 47, or you're not with the ICA anymore. What the fuck's up, buddy?" And first you dismiss him because you're on your own mission, but he's like, "Hey, man, let me try and help you out here a little bit. If you're willing to help do a couple of, small hits for me, I can give you a little bit of pocket change to help you with whatever the fuck you're doing right now, whatever it is that Agent 47 does in Absolution, which is, well, be a saint for once." And obviously, it doesn't have to be a New Game Plus thing. Maybe it could have been some sort of side thing, a side gig, so to speak. Because there was already like hintings of that, between trying to collect certain documents and trying to erase the evidence to help improve your score. There could have been something like that in terms of like a side contract where you'll get like a little bit of like detail, like a dossier telling you where this particular person is, like on a mobile phone, I guess. Like this guy gives you directly. It's not bugged or anything. It's just a little phone that'll just give you the fucking details. You gotta hunt for this person in the small map, so to speak. And thankfully, you kill him. It doesn't impact your score. It's just a little bonus you can go after. And when you do it, boom, you'll get your money, and then you can just use it to upgrade Agent 47 in a different way. Like, if, getting the score upgrade improved some of his, like, physical abilities, money could have been used to upgrade his, gear. Whether it be, improving his silver baller's accuracy or damage or clip capacity. Maybe let him have actually more gear at the start of every mission via, like, maybe like a dead drop, because who knows? This guy could have left me like maybe cash points at the start of every mission. And you could have picked up this gear before going out into the world. Um, what else? Shit. Yeah, just stuff like that. Because who's to say he can't just drop that shit off at the start of these particular missions? And I know there's probably some cases where you'll go into like an extra mission, it's like you're left behind or some shit. But there's they're pre-made spots that are just left there. It's like a little bit out of the way at the start of the mission. Go there and you can just pick up your new gear. And in terms of like balancing it out, obviously you'll get like your signature gear, whether it be like a lockpick to open up some doors, or your fiber wire. But obviously let them be like a little bit improved. Because I know there's some instances in like the earlier missions where you can pick up like a power cable and use that as a makeshift fiber wire, but instead, you will get the fiber wire from the dude, and maybe you'll have like the benefit of being able to strangle the enemies quicker, or it'll have some extra flair on it. Who knows? And obviously, in the case of like the syringes, being able to knock people out, the syringe will obviously be a lot quicker than having to keep tapping the fucking button, all that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I just like the whole contracts mode in terms of upgrading your guns and slapping on different parts to it, just because it makes me miss Hitman Blood Money's, customization in terms of augmenting your core 5 weapons. And I feel that shit could have like been expanded upon some way like that. Because, obviously he's doing shit solo and he's on the run from the ICA, so to speak, or whatever. Like, who's to say Agent 47 could have gotten some contacts after the fall of the ICA and Blood Money? Because you saw that little cutscene towards the end of it, to those that played Blood Money, where he was like some sort of like Chinese black market shop. No doubt Agent 47 was like doing some hits when he wasn't on the ICA's roster, so they could have added that in easily. I mean, fuck, there was that Birdie guy that was giving 47 some fucking info for a price. So they easily could have had that in there as a little bit of a side diversion you could have done while you were doing the main story, besides collecting intel and the videos, as I told you before, to help improve 47 even more. It just feels like, the point system was kind of a gimmick to give you a reason to go after those high scores, which, yeah, it actually fucking helped because I wanted a fucking more powerful 47, but unfortunately the rewards themselves were kind of shit because, the percentages were really small, weren't they? Let me take a gander. I love how I go and check out Hitman Absolution upgrades. I literally just see the upgrades for the Silver Baller. Like, there's like a YouTube video of it. It shows like the offshore count and shit, and I'm just like, I wanted that shit. But yeah, and then there's the fucking the assassin techniques. Okay. On the Wikipedia, assassin techniques, a new feature of Absolution. They act as a system of upgrades for 47's abilities. They can be upgraded by acquiring target scores from the missions. Each additional upgrade increases his effectiveness. And there's like weapon handling, improve the chameleon effect from focus, point shooting. Oh, increases damage recovery, and increases the accuracy in firing or in dual wielding. Like, some of this shit could have been, like, improved upon with upgrades as well. And, some of them... here it is. Iron Man, one of the big upgrades. Never mind, I was completely fucking wrong. Improves running speed. For rank 1, 2%. What? Max level, rank 3, 7%? That's not too big. And imagine, imagine if you could have done a whole lot fucking more with the upgrade system besides upgrading your weapons. This extra money you were getting from, side contracts. You could have gotten way more shit than, like upgrades for your silver ball or the basic materials. You could have bought like the bulletproof vest for your outfit, so you could have increased your damage threshold even more. Or comfortable dress shoes to improve the movement more, maybe give you more stealth capabilities when you're, silently walking. I don't fucking know. But I mean, like I said, it just felt like a holdover or like some sort of thing from Blood Money, because it made sense, right? You're killing your targets, you're getting paid for it. Why not turn that whole idea of like Agent 47 buying this shit into an actual gameplay mechanic? And that's what they did with Blood Money. That's why Blood Money felt so fucking awesome. There was an actual like monetary reward for doing the missions, and you can actually improve yourself that way. I just wish they could have expanded upon it a lot more instead of relegating it to a side piece that, by all accounts, I didn't fucking partake in because it didn't affect the single player story at all. If they would add that in there, whether it be, as a side diversion or whatever, it would have worked out. And here's another idea for the side diversion. Since you'll obviously have players redoing the missions over and over again, don't make it the same target. There could have been like a random, factor into it, an RNG randomizer, where it could have been a completely different target every time with like different, notes about their appearance, what they do, backstory as to why this person has a fucking hit on them. It could have been a great way to add in like repeatable, radiant content for Absolution. Yeah, like radiant content from Elder Scrolls. But how many times am I going to repeat myself? I just like the Blood Money shit. Sucked that it was relegated to a side piece of content in Absolution. Just wish there was more upgrades and rewards while you went for the story. But otherwise, I mean, I guess Absolution wasn't too bad in terms of the story. Yeehaw! It's the Hitman! Fuck. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that little idea up. Usual chant, like, dislike, comment, subscribe. What ideas would you have had to improve Absolution? What little shit would you have wanted added in there to liven up the game and make it a lot more memorable instead of, the black sheep of sorts of the series? Even though I don't view it that way, I thought it was still enjoyable despite, the limited, open spaces and the removal, like, the traditional, like, mission system. I still hate the fucking, the World of Assassination trilogy. And we all know why I hate that. Buy some more fucking pockets, 47. But yeah, that's another rambling audio log. Logged in, so to speak. Manager's clocking out for now until I have another, brain blast. Which, also, I might as well add this little bit of tidbit. It's kind of a good thing that I think back upon my old what-if ideas, because during that, I just had like a random stroke of an idea to further refine and add some more shit to it. I kind of did that just now. I won't lie, with the whole fucking contract system. Because the whole idea of like a random fucking target on the map you have to take out for a monetary gain while you're doing the main story. Just thought of it just now, man. The creative juices are flowing. Okay, enough of my ego boost. Bye.